I love telling and sharing stories about the strange experiences my friends and I have while doing mundane things like grocery shopping. That's why this podcast features funny stories from fantastic writers about our daily anomalies, a micro audiobook about life and befuddlement just for you. Our story this week is from Anthony Lawrence, who you'll find on medium.com, and here is My Clueless Caretakers. Surviving the 50s was harder than has been told. I was talking to one of my daughters about how my severe astigmatism had interfered with my father trying to teach me to tell time. She broke in with a question. How on earth did they not know you needed glasses? Even looking at your old baby pictures, it's obvious. There is a kid who cannot see. I laughed. Well, I said, I recently learned from my oldest sister that it's even worse. Nobody noticed her bad eyesight until third grade, even though she had to repeat first grade because of it. How could they have gone through that with her and never noticed my problems a few years later? Yes, my parents were just a little unaware of their children. I've talked about that with both of my sisters. They get a little bit defensive and say that it was just the times, that everybody's parents in the 40s and 50s were a bit detached. I can accept that. Those were simpler times. There were no seat belts in cars, nobody thought about protective baby seats, and bike helmets were unheard of. Nobody saw the world as a dangerous place to send their kids out to play in. I wouldn't blame my parents for those dangers. My sisters also quickly reminded me that our parents provided many, many good things, and I absolutely agree. We had a beautiful home, with a wonderful selection of books and magazines everywhere within. We were well fed, taken to plays and concerts, taught to swim and sail, and to ride horses. But I still maintain that, different times though they were, some things I remember now seem quite astonishing. For starters, know that we lived near a large tract of woods. A stream ran through there from the lake, ending in swamps several miles below. We played in those woods, explored them, learned them, followed the old Indian trails, and enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. We did that even when it was hunting season. We were not idiots. When we heard gunfire, we got the hell out of there as quickly as we could. But wouldn't you think our parents might have warned us about hunting season? Oh well, no bullet holes in any of us. When we were not in the woods, we might have been anywhere. We could have walked to the lake to go swimming, or be climbing trees in the backyard. We might have been climbing out our windows so we could jump off the roof. That was great fun. There was a 10 p.m. town curfew that blew, and that was the signal for the older kids to skedaddle home. Our town had a lovely lakefront with piers and rafts, though we did sometimes have to remove a few leeches when we came out of the water. Can you imagine the hysteria today if a child emerged with leeches? As my daughter recently noted, the lake water is much too polluted to support leeches now. That's progress. My father kept a pistol in a cabinet drawer. We'd take it out when our parents weren't looking to marvel at how dangerous it was. He had at least warned us of that. When I was very young, an old barn was another place to explore. There were plenty